Another part of returns contact is learning how to track packages. Sometimes we have to track return packages, and this is called a call tag pending ticket. Call tag pending consists of two scenarios. The first one is if we sent out a rush replacement per the customer's request, we therefore need to track movement on the original package to make sure it's on its way back to us. The second scenario is where we have to track the package to make sure the reported item or items are on its way back to us so we can send either a replacement or issue a refund. Some key pointers to remember when answering call tag pending tickets is making sure you're always updating the internal notes in the ticket so that the next person can pick up where you left off. Lastly, make sure to update the subject line with the next date that contact should be made again. You may be a bit confused. No worries, let's go over some examples. This is an example of a rush replacement. This call tag pending ticket is a rush replacement where we have to track the package. How we can tell it's a rush replacement that was sent based off of the internal notes in the ticket. So the keywords here are already sent replacement. The macro is already filled out with all the necessary information. So the call tag number, which we use to track the package, it shows the date that the call tag was sent. It also shows how the call tag was sent. In this case, the call tag was sent via email, and it shows the date that we should track the package and the date that we should initiate contact. Okay, and based off of the internal notes, it looks like Orlando checked for movement on the 30th, and there was no movement. And the date, of course, was changed at the top. And it looks like Sabrina emailed the customer on the 2nd. She initiated the first contact. She changed the date at the top to make the next person know that this ticket should not be opened or touched until the 4th, which is 2 days after. It's 1 day early, but let's go ahead and track the package to see if there's any movement. So the first thing you want to do is open up a new tab. Click on Manage Bookmarks, and then we're going to open up the Tracking tab. And it looks like with that ticket, the package was shipped with USPS, and most of our packages that's being returned to us will be shipping with USPS because Returns Portal creates labels using USPS. Okay, so we just want to copy and paste the tracking number so we can enter it into the the Postal Service website. So how we can tell that there's no movement on the tracking, it always says label created, not yet in system. That means there's no movement on the tracking information. Whenever a label is created in our returns portal, whether it's rush or non-rush, we have to track it via USPS, of course, first. So let's go ahead and use this tracking number as an example. So it looks like there's movement. We can see the 2 lines for the movement. We can also look at the tracking history to see if there was an actual movement, and it updates to let us know when the customer dropped it off, the date, and the time. Once the 3rd line is added, so this will be shaded in navy blue as the other 2, we therefore have to track the package using UPS. So our returns packages start off with the post office and then end with UPS. UPS picks up the packages from a returns facility and brings them to our warehouse. To track packages with UPS, we do the same scenario we did to track the package with the post office. So we want to click on Manage Bookmarks and then Tracking and then hit UPS. So now what we want to do is paste the USPS tracking number into the UPS tracking. And it will always be updated to reflect the tracking history. So it shows exactly when it arrived to the post office as well, and it will also show if there's any movement. If the package was indeed returned back to us, then this will be shaded in a dark green to show that it was completed, and the tracking information will also show that information as well to reflect that it was returned back to our facilities.